Hey, greetings everyone, it's GleeCon, and we are back again, bringing you another episode of Lore of Warcraft. Thank you so much for tuning in. On the last episode, we ran through Dead Mines as Horde, a fun project that I also did once before off camera, so it was nice to get a group together and kill Van Cleef to show the Defias that there's no escape even from the Horde. A bunch of Tauren can take you down. No quests involved with that, but it was nice, and we ended up getting a couple decent pieces of loot on the way through that. And now we will bid farewell to our Tauren lady. We won't see her for a couple zones because there's no Horde activity in the next zone we're about to do, and the one after that. So stay a while and listen as we pick up the next zone, which is Loch Modan. It's not a huge zone. It's one we won't spend. I'd imagine we're going to finish this bad boy in less than a week. And, oops, I'm eating my goblin deviled clams right now, I guess. I thought it was a clam shell. I went to open it. I have the butcher's cleaver. We could sell it if we need. Might as well wait till I'm well fed. Okay. Yeah, we can make heavy wool bandages. Oh, but my first aid's capped out because we never did that piece. So we're going to be sitting on... Actually, it's fine. We don't... I can start saving up 60 wool as we go right now. I think with... I guess I'm going to switch back to keeping the protection aura. I'm so stoked that we have... we've got the... world ahead of us here. Alright, so we have some options about what we want to do. We might as well open up and explore Thelsamar proper here. Yeah, this is just going to be picking up as many quests as we can. So here's the guy. This is the innkeeper. I would, if I was a mage or something, I would set that as my Hearthstone. Here's a tradesman. He does have a recipe for smoked bear meat, so let's get that. Learn how to cook smoked bear meat. We still have some space to cook and learn at cooking. How's our leveling doing? Yeah, I believe we're at 105. Yeah, so our fishing's all caught up for now.
Well met.
Here is Yanni Stoutheart. She just sells some different kinds of beer. Here's another...
There's never a shortage of empty bellies here in Thelsamar. Kids running in and out, workers from the excavation coming in after a hard day's work. We're famous for our blood sausages. I don't suppose you've ever tried them? No? Well, around here, you've got to work for your meals. And don't think just because you're a fancy adventurer, you'll be any exception. I'll need bear meat, boar intestines for the casings, and spider ichor for spice. You get me some of those and leave the cooking to Vidra.
Vidra Hearth Stove.
Keep your feet
In case you want to play a little kind of a cooking mama game. And then Honey Gulnut. She sells pies. I love pie. Pie. So we can cook up some bear sausages. That's, I think, the only reason to ever have the ichor, the spider ichor. Which normally just sits in your bag collecting space. Doesn't sell very much. It's obnoxious, but if for whatever reason you want to use it, we're going to level up really soon. So we're going to be detouring back to old Stormwind at some point. Alright, so we've got some other things to pick up. Let's just explore the other buildings. Here's a little... I don't know, like a little place. So we can do some of our forging here if we get ore, which I'm cool with that. We now know we're not going to be building any more weapons because this weapon is just the bee's knees for the foreseeable future. Here's an herbalist, Callie Heel Touch. I'm not even going to talk to you, Callie. She has a nice home with an old man, Gak Heel Touch. I hope that's more like no? What do you think? Is she old enough to be his wife? That's a little creepy. Looks like there's an age difference, and if you magnify that for dwarf years, probably really old.
Well met.
But it could be dad and child. Alright, we're not a tailor, but that guy sells some tailoring stuff. Rand Flamespin. Here's Baylor Stonehand. Maybe there's a quest tied to him, because otherwise... You're just taking up fake air in my world, buddy. Here is another quest. Wanted. See, it's a glitch. Questy treats every sign like it's something that it's not, but it's really wanted Chok Sul. By order of the Magistrate of Thelsamar, Chok Sul the Ogre, presumed to be the leader and coordinator of attacks against the town of Thelsamar, Stone Rot Dam, and the excavation site, is wanted dead through any means necessary. Monetary compensation will be provided when proof is brought to the Magistrate of Chok Sul's death. Chok Sul was last seen at the Ogre encampment in the northeastern part of Loch Modan. That's basically the finale quest of the region, so we are not going to rush to do that. You know what? I forgot to pick these up. Thelsamar blood sausages and wanted Chok Sul. Let's start getting our spreadsheet going. So, what was it called? Thelsamar blood sausage. Now, this we can already just check off. Honor students, ride to Ironforge, Grith Thurden, and return to Brock. If you are a dwarf or a gnome, these are your, hey, let's go to Ironforge and back quests. We don't get them. But you would add those into your walkthrough first before you do anything else if you're doing this quest. And then wanted Chok Sul, as you can see. Stone Gear Search, I think, is a breadcrumb that we picked up basically the toughest quest in the region. What's down here? Torin, here's Brock.
What's up? The best miner has a firm grip on her pick, a stout heart in her chest, and thick black dust in her hair.
I got a firm grip on my pick, alright. There's another miner guy, Carm Ironquill, and here's another quest.
Prospector Ironband is heading an excavation of ancient ruins east of the lake. His progress has been slow lately, especially considering all the supplies we've sent him. Ironband's a stout, honest dwarf who values results, which has me worried that forces are at work against him. Go to Ironband's excavation and speak with Magmar Felhew. He manages the details of the site and will know why there's a slowdown. To get to the excavation site, go around the southern tip of the lake, then head east.
Okay, so that's kind of a breadcrumb, but more important than that, if you look at Jurin Hornhelm here, is the real philosophical question. Is his name Jurin Hornhelm because of his hat? Or does he wear the hat because of his name? That is the type of thing, that's the deep philosophy that you get when you tune into this show. But we picked up Iron Man's excavation. So let's grab that. Beep, beep, boop, boop, bop, 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 bop. That's going to be one of the later ones, I think. Yeah, because that's a breadcrumb over to that piece of the map. So we're getting a lot of pickups today. And that happens sometimes on this episode. We'll burn a lot of airwave time. That's all good. Alright, there's still a couple. We're still missing. I think there's a... Yeah, there's a guy that pats, like one of the guards pats back and forth to the town. Yeah, there he is. Say, he's got the majority of our quests. Plus, there's the Mercenaries quest, which we'll pick up in a second. But this guy, here you go. As you can see right here, he's got 4 quests for us.
What's on? Hello, adventurer. Welcome to Thelsamar. And while you're here, don't forget to visit our local brewery.
So let's get rat catching.
We have a real infestation problem to the west. Tunnel rat kobolds have moved into the foothills, setting up dens and fouling our land with their filth. We want them eliminated. Hunt them, bring me their ears and earn their bounty. You can find tunnel rat kobolds and their dens west of Thelsamar, littered along the mountainside.
Okay.
Safe travels.
Stone Gear Search.
Pilot Stone Gear loves his siege engine, as every pilot should. And he's always eager to find new ways to improve his tank's firepower. He heard rumours of a rare ore, and is looking for someone to hunt it down for him. If your boots are starting to itch, then find Stone Gear at Steel Grill's depot in Dunmorrow and see what he wants.
That'll be the last quest that we do.
Keep your feet on the ground.
It's actually a breadcrumb that kind of indirectly is a breadcrumb to the wetlands.
Mountaineer Rockgar is looking for volunteers for a mission through Dun Algaz and into the wetlands. If you want to get your boots wet in that soggy county to the north, then speak with Rockgar at Dun Algaz. Dun Algaz is north up the road, beyond the guard tower.
A more direct breadcrumb to
Keep your
wetlands.
feet on the ground.
The Mountaineer Stormpike's task.
I hear Mountaineer Stormpike is looking for a runner. Someone to do a little travelling for him. How about it? Are you the person for the job? If so, then you'll find Stormpike at the top of the northern guard tower.
Which is good because we have 2 quests now that are breadcrumbs to Stormpike, and you kind of need to pick them both up because they will create some like fail states to where you can't do certain quests. Alright, so we got rat catching, stone gear search, Mountaineer, Rockgar, Mountaineer. Okay, so we got rat catching. Pick up. We just picked up 4. We got Stone Gear Search. That's the official last one because it's a, like I said, it's a wetlands breadcrumb. We got Mountaineer Rockgar, another breadcrumb to the wetlands. So it's kind of a longer one, and I think we got one other one. Stormpike's order. Mountaineer Stormpike's task. Is that it? There it is up there. Okay. All right, and now we're going to go ahead and have to extend a little bit because we're already filling up our available checkboxes. All right, we do have one more we can pick up, which is the Mercenaries quest line up here. There's actually 3 up there, I believe. There's Mercenaries, and there's one other, and there's Chalk Soul, but I also think there's a third that maybe
Have you got my attention?
Well, hello there, citizen. The name's Bluntnose, Magistrate Bluntnose, to be precise. I'm charged with overseeing the well-being of Thelsamar. And believe you me, we could always use another strong set of arms around here.
2 months just to hear from Ironforge that we'll be spared a handful of soldiers for our own defense, and another 2 months until they arrive. Bad enough that our town goes unprotected, but the excavation and the dam, are open to attacks as well. I've no choice then, it seems. I'll need hired arms. How about you? You seem a likely sort adventurer. A group of ogres has set up camp on the northeast of the lake. Perhaps you could recruit some others and help remove the threat to our town.
Yeah, I could get down with that. All right, so let's pick up the Mercenaries quest again, one of the later quests. Okay, so we've picked up a bunch. Now we have to decide where we're going to set off. If you look, our map is starting to pop off. Questy just freaks out when you get so many. We have a couple. We can turn in these quests up here. So my thinking is, I'm not worried about going over to get the Dark Threat looms yet. But you know what? Maybe before we go there, let's go down here. These are kind of the easiest quests in the zone. The In Defense of the King's Lands. Let's do that so that we get some... we start to get going on actual fighting. This is where we start killing the Troggs, and this is where... a lot of dying happens for a lot of people in the world of hardcore. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna kill mobs on the way. Oh, right. So pretty good here. Looks like our excuse me. Looks like our two-handed hammer situation's strong enough that I'm just gonna keep Crusader on. These guys aren't strong enough for me to waste my time. I mean, well, I guess they can waste my time. That's not true. But these things at level 12, I don't have to worry about the whole Seal of Crusader into Seal of Command combo. Excusez-moi. There's some ore, but we do have to make our way down with that ore. He's gonna make me fight the whole camp. Come on. Come on, you little buster. Isn't it nice having this new hammer? You can already feel the power. I feel so powerful. My 200 maces is... Yeah, so I'm at level 21. So actually I'm fully... I didn't even stop using a two-handed mace long enough to have to worry about leveling up. Like, we're all good. Alright, alright. So we're going to continue to make our way down. Normally this is also where you'd pass. We had to pass by these to enter this land. So this is kind of organically where you would start questing. Here is Gratian.
I've the finest wares in the land.
Do you? Well,
Off with you. If
you consider the finest wares bread and pies, then that guy might be right. I don't know. I can't taste his pies. Again, I think it's worth spending some time talking about how great pie is. I know some people don't like it. My own children are not the biggest fans of pies. They like cake and cupcakes and frosting and stuff. Give me a pie 10 out of 10 times. I'll take a pie. Oh, okay. We'll take a break from pie talk, but not just for a little while.
We need to protect the Loch, adventurer! With so many of the King's soldiers fighting valiantly on remote battlefields, we've become overwhelmed on the home front. Trogs are tunneling up from every crevice. The Trogg infestation poses the largest threat to Ironforge. These disgusting mutants must be destroyed. We need you, brave adventurer, to venture forth and lay waste to the Trogg Threat. Slay 10 Stone Splinter Trogs and 10 Stone Splinter Scouts and report back.
I will do that. So we just got In Defense of the King's Land, Part 1. King's Lands, plural. Okay. Alright. I see a few bears. Excuse me. I've been fighting off the allergies, just trying to get through this work stretch. 1 week to go. 1 week to go. But, they're going for the bear I wanted. You little so-and-sos. You killed my bear. Alright, and this little tower has the next step in the chain. Okay, there's a dude here. 2 dudes. I think they give us some of the quests in the chain. There's a little guard. He's got a cool axe. Maybe it's an axe gun. Oh, and here's the next one.
Adventurer, you may or may not be aware of the Trogg threat looming over Dwarven lands. With the Ironforge Reserve called up to the Alliance front, we are left with a fraction of the defense forces needed to keep these lands safe. My regiment is assigned to watch over the gate here, and we cannot leave our post for fear of invasion. But we need some pressure put on those damn Trogs lurking in the hills. If you're up to the task, wage an assault on the Trogs. Bring me back 8 Trogstone teams as proof.
I am up to the task. Okay, so Trogg Threat. We're just rocking and rolling. We're cruising. Just picking up quests, And now we're going to take our fist of Varigan and bring it. And we will take a break and go back to Stormwind when we hit 22. Because I want some new powers. New powers. Alright, meanwhile we're keeping our eyes peeled for spiders, bears, and boars. Because nothing makes a more delicious meal than boar intestines, spider ichor. I just start getting hungry just thinking about spider ichor. And bear meat. I have had bear meat in real life. Can't say I've ever been like, you know, I really want some bear meat right now. But, not like it's not gross or anything. It's just another kind of meat. Certainly not one you go down to the local grocery store and get very often. But all right, We're coming out. I'm just again gonna stick with the Crusader because why not? Oh yeah. Cool. Oh, these teeth are coming out easily. Unlike the Tooth Fairy. Okay, we just gotta pay attention to the kind that we're killing. And we need 10 Troggs, 10 Scouts. These Troggs look to be the bigger ones. They also don't have a ranged attack. But I just get worn mail boots. 80 feet? No. Hey, what you want from me? I was investigating treasure. You ran. Very rude. Okay, we're getting a lot. The teeth, yeah, the teeth are coming out pretty easy. But we are almost fully. Oh, I think we have a level ahead that we can get because we're human. I'm not even really looking. We're just killing indiscriminately. This is a beautiful thing about coming in such a high level. You can just do this. You can just be like, yeah. Okay, we got all the teeth, so now it's just a matter of killing the ones that we need. We're about half done. 5 Troggs, 4 Scouts, and we'll be good. Okay, what I really am going now, I'm killing to look for in the direction of ore. That's my strategy at this point. I see a couple ore nodes up this way. Scalping Tomahawk. 7 DPS and 1 strength. Ha ha ha. Pathetic. That's nothing compared to my fist. I'm going to smite you with my fist. I had to work a long work day today. Almost a 12-hour one to recap the week off. We had bomb threats. 4 out of 5. Uh-oh, this is not one of the right kind of shots. 4 out of 5 days. I think it's a disgruntled employee because they announced a lot of layoffs on Friday last week. And then starting Tuesday of this week, there was a bomb threat every single day. But supposedly, my boss sent an email out like about an hour ago that said they made an arrest in connection to it, and so they're going to be making a press conference, and I just didn't watch it because I feel like I don't need to watch the press conference. I'll read about it later. All right, we need 2 more of each. But I am kind of curious to see if my theory was correct. Or if it was like a prankster, or if it's like a hacker. Everybody has a theory, you know. What do we need? We just need 2 Troggs. No more Scouts. I see some more ore. There. I mean, I do like it. Oh man, that counted as one. I shouldn't have did it. Once you click on it, it takes up one of the uses. So now this thing could have maximum of. It's gonna have from 1 to 3 clicks. All right, now we're getting into our as a human because we're level 21, which is what we are. We're working on the 22nd level. I bet you this is gonna be the last one. So that would have been a maximum one. Alright, this is our last kill that we need. And then we can turn in this and the teeth. Thanks. Alright, so let's go turn these bad boys in. Wrong way. I guess I could give Burley and Mandev which is... But, I mean, they're doing what I'm doing, but there's 2 of them. They're really all just double down on being level 22 in this zone, doing the early quests. Or maybe they just did, maybe they're later in the chain. And XP, you know, you split XP, so... They're also the ones that were killing those bears I need. That's the thing that made me think maybe they are early like I am. Maybe they're following my walkthrough. They're actually subscribers of the show, but they don't recognize my character, and they're ahead. They're actually doing what I'm filming right now. Anyone have multiple 60s of the same class? Thick Bank Boy does. Wow, a bunch of people are like, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Well done, adventurer! You demonstrated uncanny courage on the battlefield. Our war against the Troggs will be won with efforts such as yours. You have served King Magne well. If you fancy yourself well suited for this kind of adventuring, I suggest you speak with Mountaineer Gravelgor. The captain has him assigned to a rough patrol that I am sure he can use some help with. Check with Gravelgor just inside the tower.
Okay. So we just finished off in defense of the king's lands. Bada bing, bada boom. And we got our first, well, our first real one to check off right there. Here's the next in defense of the king lands. He's not inside the tower.
Mountaineer Cobbleflint had nothing but good things to say about your person. For that reason, I'm going
teleported
to
over
entrust
here.
upon you a mission of utmost importance. We need to keep pressure on the invading Trogg forces until our dwarven brethren return from the Alliance front. Set forth into the southern hills and kill 10 Stone Splinter Skullthumpers and 10 Stone Splinter Seers. Your attacks will buy us some time. Report back when your mission is complete.
Okay.
See you soon.
So, in defense of the king's lands, part 2. Part 2. To be a little bit French about it. Part 2. A language that I do not speak, but I've done probably like 20 Duolingo lessons on, so basically I'm ready to go. I'm as good as I am walking up this ladder.
What's on your mind?
Do you have 8 stone trog teeth? 8 strong stone teeth to show me. If not, there is still work to be done, Contessa.
I am quite impressed, adventurer. You have done the dwarven race a great favor by defending our lands. King Magni Bronzebeard himself would be proud.
Yeah, I'm pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I mean, I took out their teeth. I know the king would be proud. He's going to be like, you busted 8 truck teeth out? All by yourself? I want a statue. Later on, I think I am going to have him build a statue. Maybe not necessarily for me. It might be for like some dead guy I find under a bridge, but let's not really focus on that. Let's focus on the whole me of it all. Alright, into the Skull Thumpers and Seers. That brings me back to old Millie in our hardcore run. The stress that she had trying not to die, pulling those bad boys at much lower level than we are right now. Which we will never have that kind of stress. Well, never say never, right? So I've started to kind of think about what my next gaming project will be, even though we're like a bajillion years away from that. If we ever get caught up fully on World of Warcraft, how will I diversify and branch out? And I had talked some about Diablo in the past. That's kind of been a flavor. And not a lot of enthusiasm because a rightful comment that's been made is like, it's not as rich or as deep from a lore perspective, and there's not as much in-game lore. Like, sure, you can find some bestiary entries and stuff, but actually watching the playthrough is not like a narrative experience in the same sense that Warcraft can be. It's really just grind fest like 90% of the game. I would also consider doing the Zelda series. Lately I've been realizing it might be cool to do the Kingdom Hearts series. So I think there's other series. I could do other MMORPGs. A lot of other people that make a living doing this. They go that route. Which I only suggest that not because I have one that I particularly love, but because I like MMORPGs. So it's easy. It's like, hey, I'd give another series like the final. Well, and the Final Fantasy series would include that. Problem with the Final Fantasy series, well, the minor problem is that we would spend so much time playing 8-bit games that are not that fun to watch, to be quite frank. But I guess could do it because a lot of the old, especially the old Final Fantasy games, it's Silver Game, are mandatory. You have mandatory grinding. So there would be like so many episodes where it would just be like us running circles around a town grinding. Let's watch me level up by killing a slime. That's the Dragon Warrior games, but you get the gist. I love that I found some silver up here. It's so shiny and nice. Alright, our mining is up. Our two-handed swords is up. Oh, invalid. What do we have left to kill? 8 thumpers, 6 seers. A couple of seers. Yeah, we're getting much better luck on the seers. Wasn't enough. Okay. There's a thumper. Crush. Destroy. I think they should have swapped their verbal messaging there because the one that said crush was going to shoot me with a lightning bolt. I feel like that's more thumperish. I can remember standing right here on this vista trying to pull Troggs one by one. I don't know why that was just so memorable to me. And now we're just wrecking it. So that's like the being a completionist with a single character as opposed to a squad of 9. We can already tell this early on how much it drastically alters the playing experience. So just something to consider while you compare my previous attempts at doing everything in this game with this. And to be fair, apparently people like this style more too because I'm getting a crap more views. A crap more. Trash. Ow. Okay. That guy hurt my feelings. Unless he kind of hurt me with his little gouging move. Oh, we have a cave? Well, I guess there's 2 skull thumpers. This is what we need. We need concentrations of skull thumpers. Alright, where are we at? There's another seer back in here. Could explore that cave. We need 2 seers and 3 skull thumpers. What's even the deal with this cave? What's in here? I mean, there's some ore. Is this where you... I think this is where you go to fight the little bossies. like the end of the chain. I mean, I'm not 100% sure, but seems reasonable. Come here, you little skull thumper. That's not fair. A hard interrupt is not fair. Only I should be able to do that to you. I don't know that I want to go in here and fight for this copper ore. I mean, it's right there. Come here, you little skull thumper. I definitely don't care about that chest right there. Yeah, and I had a appointment that was supposed to come in. I knew it was going to take a few hours. And they were like, yeah, we'll come in. They basically were scheduled to maybe come in like three or 4 hours before the end of the workday. And then I was like, okay, that's fine. It'll take up the whole second half of my day, but it's whatever. That is what it is. It is what it is. And then those freaking... Then we had the threat, so then they put the facility on lockdown. They brought the bomb dogs in, blah, blah, blah. So then I was like, oh, you know what? I bet they just were like, they saw everything going down, and they're like, nah, we'll skip it. We'll come another day. We'll blow the whole thing off. And I was like, hey, I'm fine with that. Well, no. They came like an hour before I was supposed to get off, which is what turned, not even, which is what turned my whole work day into such a long day. Because then now I got stuck servicing them. Way past when everybody else went home. They're still shooting me. Look at all this ore. We're getting a bunch of ore. Wonder if I come back around here. Oh, I must... Bags are full. Okay. Is something hitting me? Oh, this guy. I was like, what is going on? This little buster has been just slowly chipping away at my life. Hitting me with an axe. Alright, let's go turn in this. We've now done In Defense of the King's Lands Part 2. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we gotta sell. It's part of our problem here. We also really want... I don't feel like fighting up that path for copper. What's my copper at? 25 plus 3, so we're at 29 copper. What do we need? 10 each, that's 2 more points. Well, that would get us right there up to the 95, which I think will let us start building bronze. Okay, remember we also need bears, beets, and Battlestar Galacticas. We need bears and spiders and piggies. Boars. I've never, I don't think I've ever encountered them. Maybe at a zoo? I don't... There's boars actually in my town. You can really hunt boar around here. I just never have. Never encountered them. But there are bear, and bear I've seen in real life.
I can't carry anymore.
Why not? You are really coming off poorly right now. Let's get rid of this freshly baked bread. Spiders? Yes. Spiders the size of my body.
You accomplished your mission well, person. The king himself would be proud. The reinforcements promised to us never showed, however. Apparently, the Alliance front is a sea of crimson from the blood of our fallen brethren. The news of the losses leaves a bitter taste in one's mouth. But we must not let their deaths go for naught. We must rally in these grim times and bring glory back to the Alliance. Speak with Mountaineer Wallbang for reassignment. You're needed now more than ever.
We leveled up in Defense of the King Lands Part D is done. And yeah, that's great. We can pick a new one up. What can we get? Let's get that other movement. Yes, 8% movement speed. Yes, please. I can just automatically see I'm 4% faster than I was before. Yes. Where's the other dude with the quest? Where are you at? This guy.
The Mountaineers tell me you are quite brave and capable, adventurer. We need a person like you around here. The Trogg problem isn't getting any better. The reserves have been called to the front and we're all alone out here. But now that we have a seasoned adventurer here, let's see what you can do. Go out and kill 10 Stone Splinter Shaman and 10 Stone Splinter Bone Snappers. Let's see if you live up to your reputation, Trogg Slayer.
I freaking will. I am Trogg Slayer. Alright, now there's one thing I want to do before we go back to Stormwind, which is I want to run up and do the Stone Gear task thing, because I think one of the tasks wants you to go back to Stormwind. I think. So we're going to run up here and turn those in. On the way, I guess we'll stop in town. Sell. But if we see like other kind of animals on the way, we'll get them. But yeah, I do think one of the I feel like there's something about one of these guys' quests that's like, yeah, go back to Stormwind for me. We'll head up this side of the lake. I mean, later, but we're making fine progress considering we had to start and pick this all up. Like I said, there's really not a ton. There's a couple over here, a couple a little bit over here, but it'll be alright. I'm gonna go off road so that we can kind of look and fight as we go. The kobold thing I'm gonna kind of stay away from. Oops, that's an easy one. Stacking all the crap we don't need. Also, not killing the Troggs, because remember they're on this island too, and we have to for what's his name, for that little troll guy. I mean, no, gnome. For a little gnome, you have to go anyway.
Inventory is full.
That's what we need to. All right, I'm ditching the. Actually, that I feel like that sells for. Guess we'll just put the spear up this one. Yeah, that's what we needed, was this ichor. While we're in town, I guess we'll smelt up and there, boom, we got a second ichor. Here's some pig stuff. This is gonna also clear out our bag space.
I can't carry
Yeah, we
anymore.
need those intestines too. Okay, I'll get rid of some of this linen cloth. Great. The chunk of boar meat. What's my back? My back. I knew this was going to happen. Where it would just make it to where all of our bag space was. Alright, we don't need any more spiders. I don't want to carry the ears right now. I just want to carry it. Kind of making a beeline, like we could go over there for that copper vein. But sure. Tell us some more blood sausages. I will fight pigs and bears. Well, that bear. I'm just felling these fools. I'm just knocking them down with Varrigan's fist. I'm fisting these guys. There's a pig and a bear that are ready to be done. I've been watching too much. I've been rewatching Arrested Development later. The Tobias Funke character always says all this completely inappropriate stuff. I guess I am gonna trash this leather thing. And I can't help it. I can't. Once you start doing the totally inappropriate double entendre.
Inventory is full.
I'll throw out the small spider legs because they're trash. They're for a recipe that I know is gray by now. Alright, what do we need? We need one more boar intestine and one more bear meat. Oh, there's more copper. Probably in that cave. What to buy? Edgemaster's handlers. There's another bear. This could be the bear we need. This is not the bear you're looking for. I need your meat.
I can't carry anymore.
I'm gonna throw out the boar ribs. Then I'm gonna throw out the sharp claw. Peter Pan. Alright, maybe we can stop killing bears now. I mean, once we get up to here, we can also sell. Plus, we'll get a space back from the bear. There's a shop here, or a vendor, whatever. And we're gonna turn in the bag to this dude. I see a dead bear. There's a pig. Look, there's a merchant right there. He's not traveling very well. That's Ironstone. It's the pie guy. Maybe just like respawn.
You got my attention.
Yes. Buy this stuff from me, please. That's 36. I don't think linen does anything for me anymore.
See you soon.
Okay. Bam. Bam. Alright, so that gives us some shit. So no, I kind of like it. Alright, that buys us
Watch your back.
some breathing space. Oh, I forgot to go turn in. Alright, so we're going to turn in, report to Mountaineer Rockgar, and then we're going to pick up the Algaz Gauntlet, even though we're not doing it.
Hello, adventurer. You're here for the scouting mission, are you? Very good. I hope your gear is in good condition because this scouting mission has changed into something more messy. Orcs of the Dragonmoor clan have a haven in the wetlands, and now they have expanded into Dun Algaz. We can't let them keep their foothold here, or Loch Modan will be cut off from Menethil Harbour, our port and stronghold in the wetlands. Break through Dun Algaz to the wetlands beyond, and kill some orcs for good measure. Report to Valstag Ironjaw in Menethil Harbour. Menethil is through Dun Algaz, then north along the road, then west at the fork. We're counting on you, adventurer. Do not fail.
So that was an example of a level 60 carrying a rogue that was level 21, and it was on follow AFK, so just basically leveling up their rogue with 2 accounts. That's one way to play the game, I guess. Report to Mountaineer, Rockgar, and then the Algaz Gauntlet. So, report to Mountaineer, Rockgar. We have now finished. We can check it off over here. And we picked up the Algaz Gauntlet, even though we are not going to go do that right now. It does give us a pickup at least. Okay, and now we can go do the quest right here. We can turn in Mountaineer Stormpike's task and Stormpike's delivery, and also pick up Filthy Paws and Stormpike's order. So, I believe Stormpike's order is the thing that you get that will send us into Stormwind, which is perfect, and then we will actually go into Stormwind. We'll just hearth there right from here. Okay, here's another shop. We can actually repair. That's cool. Okay, second floor. So this is a little bit of a better kind of way station. Makes you, kind of spoils you. It makes you want to shop in every single one of these.
Interest you on a pint?
Well, if it isn't a young bristling paladin, no doubt drawn here by talk of my exploits in fields of battle. No time for stories now, for great important deeds that need doing. So if you're looking for glory, then luck shines on you today.
Off with you.
You come all the way from Stormwind. I hear it's getting dicey down there in the human lands. Brigands and orcs running about. Perfect place for a paladin to prove their worth.
Aha! So Grimman finally finished my axe. I can't wait to try it against some trogs and kobolds. Many thanks, adventurer. It was a long distance to travel for this delivery. Here are some coins for your efforts.
I'm kind of scared, actually. I want to pick up. Look.
Off with you.
It just disappeared. See Stormpike's order.
What's on your mind?
We can't get... If I have Stormpike's delivery, we can't get Stormpike's order.
What's your
So
neck?
we have to actually drop this. So we have to go into our quest log and drop Stormpike's order. Stormpike's delivery. Abandon this. And now we can
Talk
pick
to
up...
me.
That's right. I have a task that I can't do while I'm guarding. In fact, it'll take you far from Loch Modan. Your perfect chance for adventure. There is a dwarven armorsmith whose work I admire greatly. His name is Furin Longbeard, and his skill is unmatched. I need a new shield, and I must have one of his. The problem is, Furin is far to the south in the dwarven district within Stormwind, in human lands. I can't imagine why he would live there so far from Ironforge. The humans must pay him a king's ransom to keep him there. So if you want to travel and don't mind making some money, then will you send Furin my request for a shield? The Silver Stream mine to the east ran dry long ago.
I think I messed that
It
up.
was converted by the Miners' League into a storage depot, but now kobolds have moved in, putting their filthy paws on good dwarven tools. We'll root out those vermin soon enough, but the League wants someone to get their gear out of the mine before we warriors tromp in there and break things. It'll be a tough delve. You might want cohorts at your side. The gear is stored in Miners' League crates throughout the mine. Good luck.
I think maybe if you just completed Mountaineer Stormpike's task, then that would have given you Stormpike's order. I don't think we had to destroy this. His request says, Master Longbeard, as you know, we Stormpikes have an eye for excellence, and so the quality of your shields is no mystery to us. I therefore am keen to commission you for such a shield. I've included specifications on the following page. Perfectly round, spanning from fist to elbow. Studs along the edge, silver. One large stud in the center, spanning 3 finger width, silver. Oaken and reinforced with iron. My name, Gringer Stormpike, etched across the top rim. Payment will be made through the usual channels, and do give the bearer of this request a standard delivery stipend. You may add it to the cost of the shield. Sincerely and many thanks, Gringer Stormpike. So I might have screwed that up a little bit, but anyway, we did Mountaineer Stormpike's task. We completed. So the other one, it's fine. We'll be able to pick it up. So we can check that one off. And then we picked up the quest, Stormpike's Order and Filthy Paws. So, Stormpike's Order. There it is. And yeah, then the Stormpike's Delivery, which I technically already have. I'm not sure, you know. It might... I don't think they're actually related. So I think I screwed that up. But it's not like I screwed that up where you can't do it anymore. I just think I messed it up. Like, I think we could have done both right now. Okay, so now we're going to hearth out of here. But it's alright, because we already have to walk back up here when we're going to the Stone Rot Dam anyway. And back up here to kill these kobolds. So it's not, like, even going to make us go very far out of our way or anything. We just could have gotten our, like, reward, a tiny pinch earlier. Right. Badish. Okay, so we need now... We need to go to Stormpike's, the Dwarven District. We also have to go to Cathedral Square. Learn our moves here. Yeah, we can't do first aid. We're kind of trapped for a little while on that. Which is unfortunate. Because we didn't get that on the way through. Now, perhaps, actually, when we finish this zone, when we go into the wetlands, we could take a flight over to that zone and walk down. And then, what's our other... Fishing, we have some time on. Darkshore is going to mess that up for us, but... cooking, we also have a little bit of time on, so... And Darkshore will also give us that, because... that's adjacent and will send us into Ashenvale for some of the quests. Alright, let's learn from the girl this time.
May the light protect you this day.
Alright, so our upgrade of Holy Light, we'll bring it to rank 4. We can heal up to 356 with that. So that's a pretty good upgrade.
Light bless you.
100, almost like 40% more, somewhere in that ballpark. It's pretty good.
May the light protect you this day.
Okay, what about in the protection sphere? We can now get concentration aura. So we have
Farewell.
one more aura added in. So now if we want to ignore spell interruption.
May the light protect you this day.
Probably the least useful aura, but if you already have some other pallies, it's pretty decent. Adding another Seal of Justice. So we have these seals. This one will gives me a chance to stun over and over again. Unleashing it will prevent them from fleeing. And then continue. So basically, you'll lock them in
Safe
place.
travels.
So it gives you repeated chances to stun, and if you hit them with the overall seal, they can't run. Okay. So, whatever. That's a very niche seal,
May the light
but
protect
you
you
could
this
use it in
day.
certain situations where people are running all the time. It could be useful. Upgrading my Blessing of Might. So 63, 40.
Go with honor, friend.
Let's see what we have here. That says 63. You put it on the bar. Now, when we actually do it, does it reflect what we really get? Yeah, so it says 55. But let's actually see. But it's really giving me 63, so remember that we have a talent that is spec'd to giving us an extra 16% to our Blessing of Might. It shows it on the tooltip for the actual move. It shows it in your in-game stats, which is what I would trust the most. But when you look at the buff, it shows the non-16%. So don't freak out. I do think that this is just an error in the game's UI that doesn't reflect the talent that you put into it.
May the light protect you this day.
And then finally, an increased Seal of the Crusader, which is good because we do use that one. This will give us 94 extra melee attack power. That's good, almost double. 40% faster on the attack, but less damage. Okay. Holy damage by up to 50 before it's up to 30. So overall, a nice increase to this. This again only really applies when we're fighting stronger enemies, but it's a pretty good one. And the Blessing of Might, it's essentially a permanent all-time increase to our attack rating, so can't sneeze at that. Seal of Justice, meh. An improvement to our heal. That's decent. Alright, so I think maybe we'll go turn that other quest in right now, and then that'll be it for this episode. We'll go turn in Stone Gear's thing and pick up the other one. And then next time when we join the episode, we'll start with a little boring smelting, so as we catch up and chat, we'll work on our character's level with their profession. And then we'll fly back to... oh, we leveled up too, so we should actually work on our fishing. Maybe... Actually, you know what? We'll just look at end right here. So we'll start with fishing next time too. I'm going to just stand. Fishing pole in hand, so we don't forget to start this way. But we won't actually do the fishing this time. Alright, so that's it. We have another episode in the pipe, 5x5. I appreciate all of you so much, as always. And I look forward to seeing you all next time on Lore of Warcraft. Peace out.